Given the historic amount of monetary tightening exhibited by the Federal Reserve over the last 12 months, we certainly have seen some progress on inflation. That being said, over the last 3 months on an annualized basis, the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, which is a gauge of inflation, is still trending north of 4%, which is well above the Federal Reserve's 2 to 2.5% target. So what's been driving this? It's almost entirely the shelter component, which is essentially the housing market. Shelter constitutes over 33% of CPI and has contributed over 70% to the figure over the last 3 months. So where to from here? Well, we do see a fair amount of housing supply coming to market, thanks to a massive boom in building over the post-pandemic period, which should have an effect on prices. Also, we have started to see peaks in different parts of the housing market. On the construction side, that is. We saw a peak in single-family unit construction in mid-2022, and we may have just seen a peak in multifamily unit construction late in 2022. This is important because as construction employment starts to abate, that generally precedes employment in the broader economy. So if we did see a peak in multifamily housing in late 2022, we think the trajectory for shelter prices is generally lower. Finally, the last element that has really been pulling inflation upwards on the housing side is rental rates. It's important to note that these data points are a bit skewed because the official government data tends to put more weight on rental renewal rates, which only happen give or take once a year, as opposed to new rental rates, which are locked in each day. Regardless of the direction, shelter will continue to be a main driver of inflation going forward.